Hey, what's up? This is Laidback Luke, DJ and producer, Kung Fu athlete, and family guy. Quite a very special vlog today. We are road tripping to Philly right now, where I'm gonna do an exclusive techno set. And because this is such a very short weekend, I decided to answer all your questions that you put on the internet through Asklaidback Luke. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Facebook ones first. I would say good sleep, but I don't have any good sleeps. I usually would get just sick once a year. I think the last couple of years I've been all right, and this is actually thanks to my healthy diet, my training and everything. Even sitting in airplanes where you smell a lot of other people's farts and being in a closed environment, I think you arm yourself better against diseases going out there and being in such environments. I'm thinking of making a vlog out of this. So if you want to see a vlog, leave it in the comments. My rig is a Sony RX100 Mark V. I use a GoPro 5 as well. I sometimes shoot with my iPhone. I have this little tripod thingy under the RX100 that basically does the same as what Casey Neistat invented, but it's just a smaller setup. And in terms of video editing, I use Final Cut Pro X. Nowadays, I don't really have many idols. Maybe it's because I'm one of the older guys in the scene right now. But the guys I used to look up to, and I kind of still look up to, are DJs like Dave Clark, Jeff Mills, Bad Boy Bill, and Frankie Bones. Most of my tricks got influenced by techno DJs. When it comes to ghost producing, you need to understand this. There's a huge difference between DJing and producing. Actually, it's kind of like comparing DJing with baking bread, or baking bread with like building houses. It's that much of a difference. So when a DJ hires ghost producers, I don't really mind that. I, for one, would love to have more real DJs on the festival stages than all these producers that are trying to DJ or that only can do the basics of DJing. But I do think it's good to keep real honest about it. So one of my prime examples is Bassjackers. One guy that's the DJ and the other guy that's the producer. And they're very honest and open about it. So if you're a DJ and you want to break through and you need tracks to do that, just name your producer in those tracks and give him the credit and then enjoy touring around. It can really be as honest as that. Thank you for your honesty. The thing with my sets is they can vary so much because I never come in with a prepared set. I never know what to play. I'll always adapt to the crowd. And it's funny, I once played a club of like 600 people. And then afterwards, I was getting some hate messages of people that said, "Oh, you were so much better on the ultra main stage." And yes, that would make sense. You know, if you're in a festival environment, it's sunny out, you have 29,999 other people around you that are losing their minds. It's a very different feel than in a club of 600 people. In the DJ rulebook, it's not done to play a big room main stage set for just a small capacity crowd. Yes, I do come off the stage sometimes where I think, oh, if I would have done that, I would have been able to grab the crowd, and it can haunt me for about a week. Being very passionate about what I do, it does keep me involved and it does keep me pushing for a better result the next time. So many good questions came in and I'm really happy to read them, and I wish I could answer them all, but unfortunately my time is very limited, so I'm just gonna answer about 2 questions on Twitter right now. Actually, I'll make it 3. Yes, Super You and Me stage at Tomorrowland this year. Very happy to be back again, and we'll be there Friday, July 21st with the Super You and Me stage, and we're gonna be announcing a lot of DJs very soon. It was my ex-wife, back then my girlfriend. This was in the time in the mid-90s that a lot of female DJs came through. She wanted to be a DJ, bought the setup, and it's so funny, a lot of people know me as this really technical DJ and is so amazing, this and that, whatever. I've been a producer for a longer time, but DJing turned out to be highly addictive, and I'm super happy I started it. Last one on Twitter, and a very important one. I know a lot of you want to know this. I have the most easy promo email in the world. It's promo@laidbackluke.com. A ton of questions came in on my Instagram as well. You guys left about 270 comments. Unfortunately, I can only pick a few, so I'll just pick the best. Finding the balance between everything is a matter of scheduling everything out. If I only have 1.5 hours the time to spend with my daughter, we're gonna do a lot of fun things. And if I only have 2 hours to make this track, or if I'm at an airport and I only have like 1 hour before boarding, I'll just grab my laptop and I'll start producing. It's no real like Netflixing and chilling. It's really just constantly working on your goals and making proper use of your time. Well, I'm super proud to say I'm one of the guys that was involved with starting the loudness war. So for a long time, I've mastered my own tracks. Nowadays, a lot of producers just use like a company like Wired to master their tracks, which is fine too, actually. I prefer learning it yourself and really try and be as knowledgeable as you can in the whole producer realm. In the end, this will benefit you and you won't need to pay someone to master your tracks. So right now, with a couple of radio projects, we really need a radio mixdown. I'll always try and do it myself, and then afterwards, we sometimes send it to like a master guy, and if it turns out better than my master, we'll go for his. I probably have one of the easiest riders out. This is because I don't drink. We'll have 1 bottle of champagne on the rider, and this is because nowadays I like to have half a glass or maybe even 1 glass before I play. And then I'm just gonna hand you over to Justin, really, because he knows better. I have no
Couple of bottles of vodka, couple of bottles of champagne, sandwiches, coconut water for me, 24 still bottles of water.
24 bottles of water. That's incredible. I probably drink as much as 2 bottles of water per set. Tell you the truth, I didn't even know that we needed the coconut water. And
for when I want to, I can, because I'm a diva like that, you know.
And so the whole vodka thing is basically for my guests. So a lot of times I have a guest list, people coming in with me to the club, like friends. You know, today Mike Bugout and Rob are traveling with us. I'm sure they'll have a couple of drinks. And then so in the club, we don't need to hustle for drinks. I never work with engineers, so I do everything myself. And I generally use it to just like mono out the bass, add just a little bit of stereo image to mid type of synths. You could have other ways to work on your stereo image. The tricky thing is if you have a really wide synth and you think, oh, some mid-side EQ will help it make it a little bit more mono, yet then you hear your synth back on like a big speaker system and all of a sudden it's gone, which means you have phasing problems. So mid-side EQ can't take care of that. Whereas if you have like a stereo widener, you could alter the stereo image without having any phase problems. So a little bit of professor talk right here, and not from my engineer. I don't have an engineer. Okay, only 2 more questions on this vlog. This is super healthy. These type of things will help you develop and help you reach your own sound eventually. I remember in my time obsessing with Daft Punk and Timbaland, and this eventually helped me to become a better producer. And what you do need to take care of is that you don't exactly sound like them. It's good to try and sound like them and then keep your own identity, but not to be an exact copy of it. Last question on this vlog. So if you often check out the big DJ's Instagram, there's always this kid saying, hey, I'm 15 years old, I make music, check out my page. And you know what? A lot of times I press on it to check it out. But when I press on it, it sounds like. So what you want is have a couple of years of development. Really develop your technique, really develop your sound. And then when everything is ready and you're ready to blow people's minds, then you can go out and do your spamming. In one of all the 270 comments, I saw this kid posting, "Oh, I'm 15 years old. Am I too old already to become like a big producer and DJ?" 15 years old. You just got pubic hair. I'm going to keep that in. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's how your tracks sound. It's how your DJ skills are. Even if you're 10 years old, even if you're 70 years old, if you make a track that every single DJ plays at every festival, then you know you're golden. And we're almost there in Philly right now. I'm going to play my strictly techno set. Been really enjoying doing these. Kind of like a non-pressure type of set for me. Let's see how it goes down. And we're on our way back to New York now. This was a crazy night. Really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed seeing your questions coming in and answering your questions. If you have any suggestions of any type of vlog you want me to make, leave it in the comments. I could make any vlog you want except for porn. If you enjoy this, make sure to give me a thumbs up. And next week, I have a very interesting one for you. How to deal with writer's block. So hit that subscribe button and I will catch you here next week on A True Story and the Real Life.